Now, what is the correct way to pronounce your stage name?
Gifted hands.
Do people mispronounce this?
No.
Do people misspell it?
I think I've seen some people, yeah. Some people this year have definitely been spelled it. They've called me like gifted hands.
Now, where did this stage name of yours derive from? What's the origin behind
uh,
it?
Back in 2012, I was doing Christian rap, and my church family gave the name Gifted Hands to me. I don't remember specifically why, but I do know that I grew into the name. And over the years, as I was finding myself like in my own skin, God showed me that my name was Gifted Hands because even though I don't have physical hands, I could actually reach out to people and lift their spirits up when I speak to them and when I make songs and perform and all of that. So that's why I was given the name Gifted Hands.
Now, is there a name for this church group that you're referencing?
Yes, I went to MBCC.
And you mentioned it was a group. Is it a specific person that coined this name for you in the group or just
Yeah,
the group?
specifically my god sister Tracy, but I saved my church family. Yeah, she's my church family.
Now, did you have any other stage names prior to this?
Man, I've never been asked that question, but back in the day, I used to go by Handy Manny. My name is Emmanuel, so my nickname is Manny, and I think I gave myself the name Handy Manny only because there was this cartoon that used to come on called Handy Mandy or whatever the thing was, and so I went and got a hat made and everything. I was like 16 or 15 or whatever, going by Handy Manny, and I think that was like the only other stage name other than Manny.
So you've had three names for
Yeah,
music in the past:
yeah,
Manny,
Handy
Handy
Manny
Manny,
and Gifted
and
Hands.
Gifted Hands. Now, is any music with the previous stage names publicly available? If viewers watching this getting to know you for the very first time may want to check that out.
There's literally like one song on my old high school buddy's SoundCloud. Actually, I correct myself. There is one song on his SoundCloud, and there are, she's two other songs on my brother's old YouTube account when we were doing music back in 2009, 2008. Oh, sheesh. Um, the YouTube is 52513, and that was the only song I cussed in that's available. I was very young, and the SoundCloud is should be Life Nation, Lyfe Nation.
The music you just referenced here was which stage name were these under at the time?
I think Handy Manny or just Manny, one of them. I wasn't gifted hands in. I was still finding myself.
Now, let's revert to your birth name. Do you know the meaning behind your birth name and who actually named you this?
My name is Emmanuel. It means God with us. God named me Emmanuel. Actually, God told my mother to name me Emmanuel because, guys, she was going to name me Aquarius. An ugly name. But then, when the doctors told her that I wasn't supposed to live past 3, she got a vision from God, and He told her, name him Emmanuel. And so Aquarius became my middle name.
Now, back then, why did the doctors tell your mother this?
I think they saw something or whatever happened. I don't ever really ask, but she did say that they told her I wasn't supposed to live past 3. I was supposed to be blind. I was supposed to be deaf, and I wasn't supposed to be speaking. But here I am, talking, singing, and everything. At 27 years old.
And are you blind or deaf?
I am partially blind. So they were a T-bit, right? Just T-bit.
In just one eye?
Yeah,
The right, the left?
my right.
Now, the fact that, and care to share your current age at this point?
I'm 27 years old.
The fact that you are 24 years past the age of 3,
Yeah.
what do you make of that?
I think it's completely like, I want to say incredible, but also like people don't always get it right. Doctors are people. So even though they have like their medical degrees and everything, you can't always expect them to 100% understand or get everything right, you know. But it's definitely a blessing to have made it past 3, you know.
Have any doctors since the age of 3 said anything about how far you may live further than that?
No, because um, one, I don't normally go to hospitals. Like I don't get sick, so and two, the doctors didn't have to say anything because at 16, I read an article that said black men don't live past the age of 25. So that subconsciously got stuck in my mind, and I thought I wasn't going to live past 25 myself. So that the doctor said 3, I said 25, or the article said 25, which made me think 25. And yet here I am at 27.
Have you ever kept in touch with the original doctor that had a 3-year-old death date for you, so to speak, for lack of a better phrase?
No, I don't even think my mother kept in touch with him, her, or they.
Now, when it comes to your name, did you have any nicknames growing up by any chance?
Uh, Manny, my siblings, they like take the first letter off it and call me Manuel. But my friends always have called me Manny.
And when it comes to Manny, was there a person that kicked that off for you? Was there a person that actually coined that nickname for you?
I don't remember. I think people just started calling me that in school. And so the people who call me Manny and the people who call me Emmanuel stick to their names. You know, it's weird when they start calling me the opposite. Like somebody has been calling me Emmanuel and they start calling me Manny. I'm like, no, go back to your side of the thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't cross this lane here.
Now, because people do misspell your stage name sometimes, was there ever a thought on changing your stage name by any chance?
No, I've never thought about changing my name because I was given the name for a purpose. And so I can't change my purpose in life. I think my name and my purpose has a lot to do with my name, so I wouldn't change that.
And what's the craziest thing that's ever happened with your stage name, if anything?
Uh, when you search Gifted Hands, Ben Carson comes up because he was a surgeon and he was called Gifted Hands. And they actually have a movie called Gifted Hands for Ben Carson. And so the main thing that normally pops up, well, really until this year, was Ben Carson. Then I think enough people, when I went viral, enough people typed it into the algorithm with my song so that I pop up, you know, too. My Uber driver just did it the other day. She typed in Gifted Hands. Ben Carson still came up, so she had to type in Gifted Hands and my song title. So we're getting there.
Asked you a lot of questions about your stage name. With everything considered, any regret with the final stage name choice?
Not at all. I am who I am, and I am walking into living and serving my purpose with my name, Gifted Hands.
And did you mention that purpose in this portion of questions?
I did not mention that purpose. I found out a while ago that my purpose is to just inspire people. Um, we all go through hardships. We all go through these crazy trials and tribulations that hurt us on the inside, myself included. But I realized that I wasn't going through, or I'm not going through all of this just for the sake of being hurt. I'm going through all of this so I can stand up stronger and help the next person see that you're stronger than everything that you go through. You're more powerful than the things that try to hurt you or that try to defeat you. You're built for this. And so I wake up every day. I mean, sometimes it's easy to see like the purpose or to see the bright side of life, of course, when you're going through. But I wake up in the day and I'm like, life's worth living. And your life is worth living. And that's what I plan to, go around the world and like really inspiring people to live and not just exist. Like I myself have existed for a very long time, just wondering how am I ever going to do this? Like, it's still going to be interesting to, do things like, I wouldn't say like normal people, but just that everyday people do, like be a father, be a husband, provide, like, and so I'm figuring it out, and I'm going to show everybody basically my process or my journey in really overcoming these obstacles, because I don't know how I'm going to change a diaper. I don't know if I'll ever be able to carry my wife if she gets sick, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to figure it out and inspire someone along the way to live and not just exist. I like the way I'm ending these questions.
Now, you mentioned you've existed. I'm paraphrasing here, but you mentioned you've existed for a significant length of time. How long do you think you've been living for?
Oh, man.
Or what age was it?
2022. 2022 is when I really started living. Like, I mentioned that I didn't expect to live past 25. I turned 26 and I thought it was a sham that I lived past 25. So I spent a year after living past that age, like just in disbelief. And that's why we have the viral song "Why Not Start" now. At which I wrote the song while I was 26. I turned 27 in April. I wrote the song in March. And after realizing that I'm still here, I was like, you know what? Let me get up and actually start living, because I've never planned out a life. When I was 16, I saw that black men don't make it past 25. And I was like, okay, I'm not either. And when I did, I'm like, okay, well, here's the thing. I've never thought about credit. I've never thought about bills. I never thought about responsibilities. I've been very immature all of these years. I've been not a man, and I said, why not start? Why not start trying? And so I've been living for less than a year.
And what was this documentation that you're referencing that you read where
I can't even remember,
was the age of
man.
25?
I was 16, and I don't even remember where I saw the article, like what the whole article was about, what they could, because they could have been talking about a specific community in a specific neighborhood or whatever. But I just don't. It's just those words. Sometimes words just stick out like on a piece of paper, and that just stuck out to me when I was 16. Like, it's sad that that's what stuck, because I kind of wasted my life away almost. But I really don't remember.
Was that something that you kept to yourself? Was that something you discussed with friends or family around you? That 25.
I discussed it with my cousin, and I think one time with my church family, probably. I think during like a New Year's testimony type of thing. But other than that, I really kept it to myself, because, if you're gonna die, you're not thinking about like all this other stuff. You're just like forget it. If I'm 16 and I'm not going to live past 25, I might as well do whatever I want to do. Like, I don't care about all this other stuff, and there's no point in talking about it if no one can help me not die. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I really tried to keep it to myself for the most part, especially because talking like about negative things isn't really something that I've liked to do because it makes me feel more like a burden. You already, or I already was already dealing with having no arms. So I already had to be helped by people. I mean, what's the point in opening up if I'm already being physically helped? I think that I thought opening up verbally and mentally would have taken more of a toll on family and friends. And so I kept a lot inside.
What was the reaction from your cousin or that church group when you opened up about that 25 age?
They always, well, my cousin always was saying like, "Bruh, you're gonna live." Like, I mean, but like, when you believe something, it's hard to not believe it. It is it completely hard. Like, I can tell you right now that 2 plus 2 isn't 4, but since you learned it and know it, you're not gonna say, "Oh my gosh, like what? It's not 4." Like, you're like, no, bro, it's 4. And so all the while he was telling me like, because we didn't often talk about it, but the times that we did talk about it, he was just like, "Man, just stop that, man. You're gonna live. You're gonna see." And so he's the one who like talked me off the ledge most times, you know, because I at a lot of points I didn't want to even find out what 25 would be like.
How'd you handle your 25th birthday?
Oh, sheesh, I don't even remember. I probably drank a lot. I probably drank a lot, man. Sheesh. That was 2020. That was the start of the pandemic. Sheesh. I don't even remember where it was the pandemic. Like, that hit us all, and I think I probably was just like, it didn't hit me that I was 25. It was just like any day now. No, seriously, like it was like any day now, because last year I was just like, wait, like we for real? Like I'm 26 for real? And so 25 was just like, yeah, car crash any day now, like or something.
Care to share your birthday?
My birthday is April 15th.
And during the COVID-19 pandemic, quarantine started mid-March.
Yeah.
So about a month before your birthday,
Yeah,
give or
but
take.
quarantine is nothing new to me. I'm always in the house. I've been in the house before then.
This cousin that you're referencing on the mother's side of your family or father's side?
My mother's. Yeah. It's more like a brother to me, though.
You also mentioned a church group. You mentioned Christian rap
Yeah.
in this portion of questions as well. Do you follow a religion by any chance?
I'm a Christian.
And does it get any more specific than that, like a particular branch under Christianity, perhaps?
Well, I've always gone like non-denomination churches, so I don't follow any denomination.
And why that for you?
I'm sorry?
And why that for you? That's how you were raised?
Yes, that's how I was raised. That's what like the church that my mom had brought us to and everything. So it's just what I know.
Anything else in regards to your stage name?
I think Gifted Hands is the perfect name for me because uh, people, what some people have seen like in the comments probably think it's a joke, you know, or like, come on, Gifted Hands. But when you realize the full purpose that I'm using with my name, it's like powerful. Because if you take, for instance, the year of 2022, when I released a song called Why Not Start, if you look at the comments on any of the videos that has my song playing, you will see for yourself that my gifted hands has lifted so many people up out of their funk, out of their depression. There have been people with PTSD who have said that my song has helped them. So I think that Gifted Hands was the perfect name for me.
And this song that you're referencing, what platform is it available on?
Why Not Start's available everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, Audio Mac. People kept asking me to put it on Audio Mac. It might even be available on somebody's SoundCloud. I don't even have SoundCloud, but somebody probably put it up there again. But it's available everywhere. YouTube, all that stuff.
And this journey that you're speaking of, also in this portion of questions, if viewers watching this getting to know you for the very first time want to follow that journey, where can they do that?
You can follow me on all social media platforms at I'm Gifted Hands. Everything is I'm Gifted Hands. I am, not I am. I'm Gifted Hands. And of course, my website's imgiftedhands.com.